They'll remember this as Terrific Tuesday in Tinseltown, the hottest ticket in Hollywood. The most exciting team in Los Angeles, the Chris Paul and Blake Griffin-led Los Angeles Clippers, take on their nemesis, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And prepared to rain down on the local heroes are three-time NBA scoring champion Kevin Durant and NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook. Oklahoma City, the fast and furious scoring machine, battles the exciting Los Angeles Clippers. Playoff Fever preview next.
Center will host the very best in the NBA as the Los Angeles Clippers meet the Oklahoma City Thunder. We are talking about the two best teams in basketball right now, the Thunder and the Clippers. Here's the way they line up the best records in the NBA. Oklahoma City a half game ahead of the Clippers. Clippers percentage points ahead of the San Antonio Spurs. These are really the cream of the crop. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Lohmer and I welcome you to Clippers basketball. It just doesn't get a whole lot better than this in a regular season NBA game. We're so glad you could join us tonight. Glad he could join me too. This is my broadcast partner, former Clipper Mike Smith. Mike, of course, the challenge against these guys is always tough, but the Clipper challenge gets a little bit tougher here tonight.
It's a little bigger because the Clippers have decided to Chris Paul's not going to be able to play in this ball game. The bottom line, the knee that has been troubling him, a bruised knee, has worsened. They feel like he's not going to be able to do it. Chris felt like he was hurting the team in the last ball game Monday against the Golden State Warriors where he wasn't himself. So Chris shut down. Obviously a challenge, and the challenge gets bigger because the Thunder's a great team. But Mr. Eric Bledsoe will step up and step into that role as he did just a week ago, Ralph, and look at how he performed. 3-0 without Paul on that road trip. He was terrific in Memphis and Houston, and his numbers right there.
Well, we showed you the Thunder at the very top of the heap right now in the Western Conference and throughout the NBA. How good are they? Well, they won the West last year, got to the NBA Finals. This year they got even bigger goals.
They're young, they're athletic, they are the highest scoring team in the league, they're the best shooting team in the league.
Whoa.
And of course they have the highest scoring tandem, this dynamic duo of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. These guys, Ralph, the last 4 games have averaged 71 points between them. Somehow you got to slow them down, and I think double team them and attack him and take Eric Bledsoe and try and guard him, even Durant at times, because these guys are unstoppable if you just let them go about their business. They are the best in the business. Durant leading the league in scoring, headed for his 4th straight scoring title, and Westbrook, yes, the most athletic point guard in the game. He's explosive. You got to slow these guys down somehow, but this is going to be fun.
It truly is one of the highlight games of the entire season. Clippers, Thunder. Coming up next, we have it for you right here on
the leads, getting you set for tip-off between the Thunder and the Clippers. Let's take you inside right now to get a taste of the energy inside the building, led by PA announcer Eric Smith. The players are on the floor when we return. Opening tip, Clippers, Thunder, next.
Oh, Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka the forwards. Kendrick Perkins the center. Tafo Sefolosha is the shooting guard, and Russell Westbrook is the point guard. for the time now for first of all for the Los Angeles keys to the game. First of all for the Thunder. Mike, what do you have?
I think Blake Griffin's going to have a monster ball game for Oklahoma City. They got to contain him, and they want to keep their turnovers down. It is their one Achilles heel. They sometimes turn it over too much. For the Clippers, Ralph, I say attack them, both on offense and defense. Trap them, push tempo. Do not be afraid to play at fast speed against this high-scoring Thunder attack.
Clippers with Butler, Griffin, Jordan, Green, and Bledsoe out there as quickly Blake Griffin gets the score against his hometown team.
He just had a look in his eyes in warm-ups when he came over and fist pumped us before the ball game. Blake just had one of those looks like I'm going after this ball game.
Hurt the fist, too. Westbrook with a basketball outside the three-point arc. Down the lane to go, knocked away by Bledsoe. Picked up by Jordan, and here come the Clippers on the fly. Bledsoe's fourth start of the year. He's 3-0.
Shoot it, Blake.
Rebound, DeAndre Jordan goes to get it. Will be guarded by Perkins, and the Clippers have the brand new clock to work with. On the shot clock. Butler fires for three off the back iron, and Ibaka goes to get the rebound, and the Thunder bring the ball ahead again. Russell Westbrook out of UCLA. Durant catch, quick release, miss it, rebound, bounces into the hands of Willie Green. Ahead it'll go to Butler.
Yeah, right here's where you can't be afraid to go on the attack.
Bledsoe passed one up, reloads, and in and out. Perkins gets the rebound, and chewing on the mouthpiece. Durant will bring the ball ahead. Removes the mouthpiece. Deron Butler gets the early call against him. You'll see a lot of different people during the course of the evening.
And it won't matter much, Ralph. The guy is just a scoring machine.
Butler picks up his dribble. Jordan against Perkins. Holds the ball in that big left hand. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. Kendrick Perkins picks up the foul, his first of the game. It's important the Clippers make some free throws. They were a dismal 12 for 22 in the loss yesterday in Oakland. Might have cost them the game.
Totally agree. You got to not only make free throws against an Oklahoma City team, but you got to defend them without fouling. You cannot put Oklahoma City on the line.
Well, they go to the line 28 times a game, tops in the league.
And they make everything. They're shooting at an all-time NBA best of 83.8%.
So Jordan comes up short, and there's Chris Paul on the sidelines, looking good, but not nearly as good as he looks in that white Clipper home uniform.
You know, he's such an honest person when it comes to like really determining his value to the team and how, you know, he plays. He'll take losses upon his shoulders. He thought the other night against the Warriors, he said, I really hurt the team by being out there in my condition.
It hurt him more than he helped him.
Yeah.
Durant gets the first score of the game for the Thunder. Clippers up 3-2. And that's why he sits right now.
Yeah, because you know he wants to play.
You've got to keep your eye on the big picture. Into the corner to the shooter, Willie Green. Bingo!
Important, as I always say, that Willie makes some threes. But even more so against Oklahoma City. The common denominator in their 9 losses this year, Ralph, is their opposition made early 3 balls against lazy coverage, and it woke them up. It got the team involved for the entire game.
Westbrook doesn't get the bounce. They're one of their first 4, the Thunder are. Best shooting team in the league by just about any metric you want to use.
Yeah.
Butler taken to the corner, guarded by Durant. Bledsoe, shot clock winding down. The jump shot in the basket. Eric Bledsoe gets his first one to fall.
I think Blake's going to have a big ball game, and I think Bledsoe's going to have a big ball game. And those 2 factors alone could get you a victory in a game like this. And it's going to be a playoff field. There's been build up to this game, talking about the best record. These teams have swapped first place and second place for about the last 2 weeks.
Partially blocked by Griffin, but it gets there anyway. And here come the Clippers on the move. Griffin looked for the lob, it wasn't there. Butler for 3, off the back iron. Griffin tried to time the jump, gets the foul. Going to be 2 on Perkins.
And unfortunately, I don't think they'll give Blake the free throws, even though Blake's trying to tip this ball in. But just by definition, if you don't control this, now Blake's trying to tip this home as he's pushed, but it's going to be ball on the side because they'll say no control.
Loose ball foul is the call. So Perkins with 2 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes of play takes a seat, and veteran Nick Collison comes in to replace him.
If you think that's a good thing that Perkins is sitting down, you're mistaken, Vince.
No, Collison
comes in.
He's a terrific player.
I mean, they get better defensively, believe it or not.
Can't come closer to making a shot and have a rim out. They're getting the 10-pin tap. Westbrook, a little out of control. Clippers come up with it. Got Griffin. There's the lob. There's the foul, but the foul has been called. A traveling violation. Or what is it? An offensive foul. Yeah, say he was shoving. Blake Griffin shoving to get position for the jam on the lob.
Watch Blake. Yeah, he's just going to push Cephalonis out of the way. It was a little love tap. What's up with that?
Saying, hey, how you doing, Tombo?
This is like a man's league, right?
8-2 ball game. Clippers up early. 4 minutes into it. Very slow start for the Thunder. And the foul is going to be called. Going to be against Caron Butler. Butler gets his first foul. Grant Hill is available today, and he'll certainly get some ball against Kevin Durant, among other things, and also as a ball handler late in the game, I suspect.
For sure. He absolutely will.
Westbrook darts into the paint, missed the shot, and there's Collison.
He's Matt Barnes for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He's a role player extraordinaire.
He's in the right place. He'll take charges. He just does a lot of things that don't show up.
Bledsoe. It's short. Ibaka the rebound, and here come the Thunder.
Clippers beat them 3 out of 4 last year. The Thunder won the only contest so far this year.
Which makes this one important. There's only 3 games between the two this year.
It's a good point.
These two teams wind up in a tie, and they've been, you can throw a scarf over any time this season based on their respective records. The team with the best record against each other, the winner of the season series, that's the first tiebreaker. Griffin, baseline won't go. Rebound, Jordan to the jam!
Now that's one thing Collison can't do, is beat DJ to a ball that's above the rim. But I give DJ credit for doing his work early and being in a position where he could go get that one.
So Clippers can win this one. Then they'll have the third and deciding game here in LA later on this year. Conley gets it rejected by Bledsoe. 9 in the shot clock. They're 2 out of their first 9, the Thunder are. 4 on the
Here
clock.
comes a 3-ball.
Durant missed dribbles. 1 on the clock. He'll fire it up, but his foot is on the sideline. Talk about some defense against Kevin Durant.
If you're going to get an offensive rebound, you do your work early. DeAndre Jordan gets Collison under the hoop, and that's where size and length, all of a sudden, there's no match for it.
So Bledsoe will work against Westbrook. Athlete against athlete.
Blake in the post, and there's no better physical opponent than Ibaka to go against Blake.
Axe down. Double clutches. Off the glass beautifully.
And Ibaka, the premier shot blocker in our game today. I guess Larry Sanders leads the league, but nobody's blocked more shots than Ibaka the last 3 years combined.
Timeout's going to be taken. A frustrated Scotty Brooks. The Clippers off to a dandy start to lead the Oklahoma City Thunder by a score of 12-4. The Thunder making 2 of their first 9.
Center where the Clippers lead the Thunder 12-4 halfway through the first quarter. Well, the Los Angeles Clippers feel they've got a Jamal star on their hands. Their 6th man, Jamal Crawford, has never been to an All-Star game. He's certainly putting up big numbers this season and playing for one of the best teams in the league. And the Clippers are actively campaigning to get him to Houston. They sent this poster to the coaches in the Western Conference. And when I talked to Crawford this morning, he was very moved by the gesture. He told me, no team has ever done anything like that for me. This is such a first-class organization, and it really meant so much. They've made me feel so comfortable here from day one, Ralph.
Well, that's great, Christina. Of course, the coaches have until Wednesday to vote, so any coaches watching this game, NBA League Pass or NBA TV around the country today, I hope that you take note.
His play has been the determining factor in at least 7 Clipper victories this year.
Ibaka inside with the flush. 12-6 basketball game. Clippers have the early lead with Bledsoe out there in place of Chris Paul, bringing the ball ahead. Griffin puts it on the floor. Kick to Willie Green. He'll get to the hole and kind of had to make a decision midair, and he made a good decision.
Yes, he did. He made a good decision to get it way above the rim. Caught Ibaka a little bit off guard. Otherwise, he goes up and gets that one.
Clippers by 8.
I like the play.
Oh, there's Ibaka away from Griffin. Griffin looks to a teammate saying, where was the help?
Yeah, what makes it tough is you've got Durant curling off the Ibaka screen. So if Blake hedges a little bit to the Durant screen, Ibaka slips to the rim.
Butler to Griffin. The lob.
Beautifully done. And it looked like that was rehearsed. Like something they've worked on. Looked at what Oklahoma City would do in that setting, and Blake caught it. He was ready to throw the lob, and DJ was there.
Westbrook back in the attacking zone. Scoreless in the opening 7 minutes.
Same set. This time the Clippers ready for it.
Taken away by Butler. Great job by Karan against Durant. Bledsoe. Angled off the iron. Cephalosha comes the other way to Durant. They got more firepower about to come in off the bench. Foul's going to be called against Willie Green. Willie gets a foul. Here's first. Here's that play.
This is so great right here. I mean, look how quickly Blake Griffin recognizes the opening there. DJ without a field goal in that ball game yesterday. But how about Blake Griffin? Well, averaging like over 5 assists for about the last 6-7 ball games. He's really been passing the ball.
And he has 3 quick ones in this game. Westbrook gets his first field goal with more to come. Clippers by 6.
Yeah, Westbrook scored 30 or more in each of the last 4, but he's not making anything from 3. He's only 4 of his last 24.
Griffin dribbles out of harm's way. Bledsoe.
They're giving him that shot. It's about his 4th open look so far.
And Ibaka hunts for the point guard and gets the ball to Westbrook. Losing her high school in Leucadia. His background, he works in here against Bledsoe, rises over him and scores. Think about as high in his jump shot as anybody in basketball.
And what's amazing, he's 24. Durant is 24. This is the 6th youngest team in the league.
Ibaka is 23.
Yeah.
That's their big 3, all of whom are signed long-term. Big contracts.
They built this team through 3 successive drafts where they hit 4 home runs in a row.
Griffin misses, somehow gets the rebound, misses and follows again. What an effort by Blake Griffin.
He had that look in his eye. Like, I'm not going to be denied.
You're talking about those drafts, and those are back in the Seattle days. The last 2 drafts in Seattle was when they got all those prizes. Westbrook, Ibaka, and Durant.
Yep.
So it's an 18-14 game. Clippers have the lead. Ibaka with 3 early field goals. Timeout will be taken by Vinny Del Negro. And the Los Angeles Clippers. Bledsoe gets another shot up just to see if he can get a ball in the hole. It didn't go either. He's 1 for 5 in the early going. And look at this effort by Griffin. 1, effort 2, effort 3 for the charm.
Clippers lead it by 4. Time now for the CarMax Smart Choice, where you never have to haggle at CarMax. Ralph, see if you want to haggle about this.
All right.
Talking about Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Will he? I shouldn't pose it as a question. He
then
will.
no.
He will win his 4th scoring title in a row this season. His 4th straight.
Man, that's tough.
I'm not going to haggle with that.
You and KD are kind of buds.
We are
I'll haggle
buds.
with it. I'll haggle with it.
How so?
Well, he's won 3 in a row, and it's not easy. Only 2 players, Mike, in the history of the league have won it more than 3 years in a row. 2 in the history of the league. We're talking about Wilt Chamberlain in the 60s, Michael Jordan 87 to 93. The only ones to win it more than 3 in a row. The odds are against him having it happen. Plus, he's out of the game right. He can't score from the bench.
Come on, Ralph.
Think about that.
He's scoring 37 a game the last 6. He's on fire. He's overtaken Carmelo and Kobe Bryant. There's no way anybody catches him. He scores so easily with his length, with his great shooting. The amazing thing is this year, he's doing it while having career high in assists, steals, blocks.
Lamar Odom is in. Boy, that is a good sign. Lamar's playing great in so many ways, but he has to start making some shots. So that's a real nice start for LO.
Especially coming off the ball game yesterday. He was out of sorts for whatever reason with his shot. He missed some easy ones, he missed some jumpers. It's always good to see the first one go down.
He's battling with Ibaka. I mean, it's a furious physical battle between those two. And Odom will get a foul. Look at this. Look at this.
Well, Lamar knows, Ralph, that if he can get a low post score off his favorite spot, the chances of stopping him greatly increase.
Such a smart player.
He really is.
Kevin Martin is in now off the bench, the man who takes the role that was held by James Harden. And he can positively score the ball. There's an offensive foul. Going to be on Kmart.
And I like the matchups out there right now for the Clippers. I mean, Barnes is guarding Martin. Martin is the Clippers or the Oklahoma City Thunder's Jamal Crawford. That's about what he scores. He does it efficiently. And the Clippers are guarding him with length. It's a good idea.
Bledsoe to the hole, exploding to the basket, but not finishing it off. Collison kicks the ball to Westbrook.
The easiest shot he's had all night.
Let it fly, missed the shot. Griffin goes to get it for the Clippers. 4th rebound, 4 assists, 6 points for Blake Griffin. Matt Barnes rifles one into Bledsoe. He'll go to Odom, score it.
He's a little more spry today, isn't he? He's quicker, he's got the socks pulled up, he's feeling good about himself.
So it's a 22-14 Clipper lead, 1:20 remaining in the first period. Kevin Martin goes to Collison.
This is quite a defensive stand.
Collison. He has 4 points off the bench, 22-16 the Clips.
I mean, Oklahoma City scores 106 points a game.
Which is it?
106.
Then why'd you say 107? Bledsoe beneath the basket travels with it, so Eric's having a really tough start here. 1 out of 6 from the field.
Oklahoma City does this a lot. Durant comes out first. They leave Westbrook in. They then bring Westbrook out right here at the end of the quarter. They bring Reggie Jackson in. That's the backup point guard. They won't leave him out there without Durant or Westbrook for too long. You see Grant Hill checking out the ball game. Nice hand for him.
With Westbrook going out, Bledsoe will go out and get a blow and try to resort himself. And they bring Reggie Jackson in. He's moved ahead of Eric May as their backup point guard. A long 3-ball that's thrown in by Kevin Martin,
who's shooting 43% from out there.
The Clipper lead is trimmed to 3.
He's the guy who comes over from Houston in the James Harden trade.
Matt Barnes. Nice little scoot pass from Griffin to Odom.
Open.
Barnes 3-ball, making it 2. Rebound taken by Ibaka. Martin with 26 seconds remaining. 5 seconds separate the shot in the game clock. Ibaka from the baseline misses it. Rebound. Hill thought he had it, but didn't get it. Martin will fire for 3. Tie game.
Tell me how this trade has not worked out for Oklahoma City.
A lot of us thought it wasn't going to work out at all.
I mean, it has worked out seamlessly to get rid of, arguably one of the 10 best players in the West.
Foul called out front. It's going to be on Reggie Jackson. They had the foul to give, so out of bounds it'll go to the Clippers with 5 seconds remaining. And a first quarter that's tied at 22. That's low scoring for these two teams.
Well, and they had him at 14. Just a minute ago, they had him at 14. Collison makes a jumper. Martin makes 2 3-balls.
Crawford will take it to the free throw line and miss. So the final 8 points of the period belong to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we're all even at the end of one. This is going to be close and taut throughout. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Clippers basketball. They're tied with the Thunder at the end of one, 22-22. So, the numbers in the first quarter, neither team red hot, although the Thunder got hot toward the end of that period to shoot over 50%.
Yeah, they made 8 of their final 10. You can see the Clippers only turned it over 2 times. That produced 5 more field goals.
And did not get the Thunder to the foul line, which is great.
That's a great thing, yes.
So Reggie Jackson goes to work out front against Jamal Crawford. Gets the ball deflected, taken by Barnes. He's on the breakaway. Barnes will go all the way and slam it home.
I don't even think he saw Grant Hill. He made that play. He didn't imagine anybody could be running alongside. Terrific defense by Barnes.
And Crawford got the original deflection. Martin comes at Collison. Ronny Turiaf is out there to guard him.
Actually a good move.
This is the second unit now for the Clippers. Martin's three ball is good with Turiaf's hand in his face. So he's knocked down 3 of them in short order.
You know, and he does it efficiently. I mean, he had 20 against the Clippers last time they played. Did that on 10 shots.
Thunder lead for the first time tonight. Response from Crawford got deflected.
Yeah, I think it was blocked by Ibaka.
And here comes Jackson. Ibaka to the hole with the left hand, got a good bounce.
Well, he's much improved. I mean, everybody talks about the Thunder. They say Durant's all-around game has improved. Westbrook's more consistent. But the bottom line is Ibaka's a much better player, not just on defense now.
There's a steal by Kmart. He'll go in, and he has 11 points in absolutely nothing flat. That's 6 minutes of play.
In what, 4 shots, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's typical Kmart fashion.
29-24. The Clippers are down.
We've got to give Oklahoma City credit, Ralph, for making that trade.
Hill finds Odom. Throws it away. Jackson pull up the foul line, knock down the shot. Loose ball foul against the Clippers underneath the basket. They'll get a single free throw. Foul's going to be on Ronny Turiaf, and the basket will count. Jackson gets the goal. Free throws coming to the Thunder.
Here's Turiaf underneath the boards, just probably out of frustration.
You think that was a foul?
I mean, this is a 17-2 run by Oklahoma City. That would make you frustrated.
Running to think nobody's looking down here. Liggins will go to the free throw line. Second-year player from Kentucky missed the free throw. We have a loose ball foul this time against the Thunder.
And guess who's checking back into the ballgame?
The Beat will draw the foul.
Here comes Kevin Durant on the heels of a 17-2 run.
He'll come in and Liggins will take a seat.
You realize, Ralph, had they not traded Harden and they just extended it, they'd be writing a $25 million check to the league a year from now. That's what they were facing.
A luxury tax problem. Rebound by Barnes.
It was a gutsy trade, but it has worked out so well for them.
They carried the ball. So the Clippers in a real tough spot right now. And the Thunder making their move, leading it by 7, 31-24.
It was 22-14 Clippers.
How's it gone since?
Not good.
Martin has it against Grant Hill. Hill knocks it away. Now Hill's going to make it tough for Martin.
For anybody.
And he gives you an honest night's work at the defensive end. So Durant, he's matched up against Barnes, shoots over him, wide left, didn't hit the rim. Comes off the glass, taken by Lamar Odom. Odom drops it off to Crawford, back to Lamar, he'll shoot the 3-ball. Hits the front rim. And Durant will glide into the offensive end. Go to the hole in traffic. Score and get fouled. No, the offensive foul. Leon Wood calls it offensive. Scotty Brooks likes the call of Derek Stafford a lot better.
Well, watch Turiaf. I think he's there.
No question about it.
There was some hesitation as to what the call was, but
Well, one referee was calling a charge, one a block.
it gives you an idea how the Thunder can sit down Westbrook, bring in Reggie Jackson, who doesn't really play all that much because Durant, when he comes back in, becomes that primary ball handler.
Crawford against Jackson.
They're so difficult to stop.
Crawford, the runner is good.
You need Crawford to have a big ball game.
That's his first field goal on his 4th try. 31-26.
Crawford did have 20 against him in the previous meeting.
Catch and a fling. And bounces right back to Durant. That shot was so bad
it didn't hit the rim.
7 on the shot clock. Durant to the hole. Could be offense again? No. A block on Odom, who thought he was there. gets his second foul. 8.5 minutes to go. We're in quarter number 2. Clippers trying to hang in with a spirited Thunder.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Our score here tonight, 31-26, Oklahoma City Thunder. Now coming into this game, former UCLA Bruin Russell Westbrook had been on an absolute tear. His head coach, Scott Brooks, said he is one of the best point guards in the game, and not just a great point guard, but a truly great all-around player because of the things he can do both offensively and defensively. Now we expected to see a great matchup between Westbrook and another highly talented point guard in Chris Paul. Of course, Eric Bledsoe got the start in place of Chris tonight. Westbrook told me before the game that would not change their defensive strategy. They would be playing the same team defense. Ralph?
And both guys are on the bench right now after starting off against each other.
And you know, Jamie, Westbrook averages 23 points, more than 8 assists, more than 5 rebounds. There's nobody in the league who puts up those numbers.
Durant makes the free throw. He made 19 of 21 against the Clippers the last meeting. The fans are waving those Cliff Paul facial cutouts underneath the basket, trying to distract Durant. He makes both free throws anyway.
41 out of 42 the last 2 games for Durant.
Yeah, when he scored 89 points.
Yeah, en route to 52 and 37.
So about a half his points coming at the foul line.
That's unreal.
Crawford into the corner, let it fly.
He got hit on that shot.
Either he or the ball got hit for sure as Durant brings the ball ahead.
Now Jackson's bigger than Eric Maynard, so he's much more of a sizable threat on Crawford.
Collison has it in traffic, brings it out to Durant. The shot clock is reset. They have 15 on it. Collison.
Kevin Martin's field.
Martin over Crawford. Rebound, Odom. Clippers down by 7. Early second quarter. What a crossover by Crawford. Gets it rejected by Thabit.
There was contact on that play too. They're letting them play.
Out of bounds it'll go to the Clippers. 12 on the shot clock, and Westbrook returns. Jackson will sit down.
Look at this move.
Oh,
Whoop.
that's an ankle breaker.
There was contact on that shot. Now, not on Thabit's block.
With Westbrook back, Bledsoe returns for the Clippers.
Yeah, you almost have to. You almost have to come in with Bledsoe's speed, athleticism to match Westbrook.
12 on the clock.
I imagine Blake Griffin won't be far behind.
Hill has it on the wing. Odom catches, shoots, misses. Hill gets the rebound. Can he hang on to it? Collison goes to get it. And Durant brings it into the offensive end. Westbrook and Bledsoe. Under a lot of pressure, he banks it in.
Crazy shot right there.
And the lead stretches to 9.
They're shooting 54%. Clippers shooting 38%.
They couldn't buy one early. Bledsoe out to Barnes. Hard to the basket. Lots of contact. No whistle. Bledsoe's fouled. So Bledsoe gets an easy one. Maybe that'll open up the basket for him.
But like I said, they're letting them play. Barnes and Collison hit the deck, not even a hint of a whistle. They're calling it like a playoff game.
Westbrook drives to the corner, rises and misses. Odom goes to long arm the rebound. Odom will bring the ball ahead. Corrects some traffic. Turieff back to Odom. Barely got the pass to Bledsoe.
They're a little bit confused out there. The spacing was not great right there.
Hill back down against a smaller defender. Post up move won't go. Loose ball foul, Ronny Turieff. That's 3 on Ronny. Blake Griffin will return for the Clippers, and Ronny will take a seat.
Here's that shot where Westbrook makes. Just kind of like backs his way into a step back.
And as contested as it can be.
Yeah, barely got it off.
And got it to the glass and through the net.
He's 3 out of 7.
Westbrook and Paul talking.
Yeah, talking about it.
I'll see you in Houston All-Star Weekend. Westbrook into the front court midway through the period. Foul off the ball against the Clippers. Will be on Grant Hill. Hill sat out the game yesterday just as a precaution with back-to-back games. He'll putting extra stress on the knee.
I think maybe with this game in mind. Guarding
Yep.
someone like Kevin Durant.
Durant drives. Westbrook left three. Griffin goes to get the rebound. Hill cross court to Odom. Odom.
And a good decision by Lamar. Not feeling super great about his jump shot. Catches it 10 feet away. Goes right to the rim with a quick move.
6 early points for Odom in 9 minutes of play to go with 3 rebounds.
Hard to believe the Clippers are within 5. Quite honestly, they have not played well in this game so far.
Westbrook to Collison. He is so good. There's not a better player in the league averaging less than 6 points a game.
Considering he plays 19 minutes, right?
He's a really good winning basketball player. Remember this franchise since day one, drafted in 2003 in Seattle. Clippers down by 7. Time now for United States Marines leaders of the game. Mike.
Yeah, Kevin Martin coming in off the bench. What a start for him. Averaging a career best three-point percentage this year, 43%. Remember, he was traded before the season began. It was in training camp. He's knocked down 3 from deep. And as you see, he's the 3rd leading scorer coming off the bench this year, Ralph. This guy has averaged 20-plus points 5 different times in his career. I mean, how many guys in their 20s can say that are currently in the league?
Well, not many. He's a scoring machine, but he is stoppable. As we saw back in the day when he was in Sacramento, the Clippers had Quentin Ross.
Where is Quentin Ross?
He's out of the league for some reason or other, but this guy never had one good game against Q Ross. You see the numbers on the year between these two teams, but 52% in the game here for Oklahoma City tonight.
Clippers have to find a way to get in the open court.
Odom was 6th on the shot clock.
That is a great pass by Lamar Odom.
That right.
Ralph, he threw that to what's called the open side of the defender, away from the defender. It was the only place you could have thrown it, which led Blake into a little or an easy shot.
And a low bounce pass that never got more than 3 feet off the court.
That's right.
5-point ball game. Durant against Hill. Help came beautifully from Barnes.
And run out, guys.
Bledsoe explodes in the basket, gets the ball to Barnes in traffic, put it up in the air.
Wow, and Blake Griffin laid off it. I mean, Barnes' putback was impressive going against 2 shot blockers there.
3-point basketball game. Thunder on top. Westbrook taking his time and distance, goes to Durant.
Durant going to try and draw a foul here.
The running right-hander is a beauty.
He's so long. I mean, he's 6'10", with a wingspan that's about 7'6". Go figure. That's DeAndre Jordan wingspan.
And he's 2 for 7 from the field in this game. Somehow able to orient himself and know where the basket is. Blake Griffin, a whirling dervish, puts it in, and the Clippers right back in the ball game.
And Blake's working on a triple-double quietly. 4 assists, 5 rebounds to go with 10 points.
Ibaka left 3. Good box out. Jack's going after it. Out of bounds it's going to go. Loose ball foul is called.
Good box out by the Clippers. Remember that pass we were talking about from Lamar Odom? What was the last one? Oh my goodness, you didn't know which way he was going to spin.
Absolutely not.
I mean, he made it look like he was going to come left-hand hook. He spun back the other way. No wonder Ibaka swung and missed.
DeAndre Jordan's coming back for the Clippers. Caron Butler. 4 of the 5 starters are back out on the court. Bledsoe and Barnes in the backcourt. Butler, Jordan, and Griffin up front.
It's been a battle. Only 4 fast break points for the Clippers and 1 3 ball. They're grinding away.
Griffin thinking about it.
The shot clock's coming down, Blake.
Little rhythm dribble. Jump shot is short. Kevin Durant will bring the ball into the offensive end. Over the years, he's not shot well against the Clippers. That's 3 out of 8 right now.
Well, don't wake him up. He is having a career year, shooting 52%. from the field, 40% from three.
Bledsoe gets into the paint. It will count. +1. That'll happen. Bledsoe gets a bucket. The protest of Westbrook will do no good whatsoever. 2:55 to go in the first half of the basketball game. Westbrook continues to appeal. It won't do him any good at all. We have a three-point game. The two teams with the best records in the NBA. Marginally ahead of the San Antonio Spurs, who are nipping at the Clippers' heels at number 3. Kevin Durant, the top scorer in basketball right now.
And you know, Ralph, for a couple of years now, I thought he was the best scorer in our league. But now I think he's probably the most efficient scorer. Shooting 50% from the field, 40% from three, 90% from the line, where he gets there a ton. And we just mentioned that he'd been there 42 times the last 2 games, which is unheard of.
You know, only one player in the league shoots more free throws. That's his former teammate, James Harden, in Houston, oddly enough.
Wasn't enough free throws on their team.
Oh, man.
No, he's terrific, and he's just a great young man and super likable. He has no interest in being a global icon or popular or anything like that. He just wants to go to work every day, wants to be the best basketball player he can.
Contracted through 2015. You don't see any chance he's going to say, I want to go to the bright lights of New York or LA or something like that?
I don't think so. This team is built to compete and win championships for the next 7 years. They really are. That's how young they are, how good they are.
2-point game. Westbrook gets to the hole. They're going to call a goaltend on Bledsoe. Man, that hurts.
I think it's interesting, the dynamic between these two. Speaking of Westbrook and Bledsoe. I mean, they're both so athletic, Ralph, that both of these guys are used to looking across at their opponent each night that they take the floor and saying, I got this guy. I'm faster, I'm quicker, I'm even stronger. And Westbrook can't say that tonight, and Bledsoe can't say that tonight. So it's really a match of, you know, this chess game becomes almost a more mental game than it does physical for them.
Just great matchups all around the court. Here's Bledsoe going to test Westbrook at the other end. Bounce to Jordan. Jordan against Collison. Down the lane to Bledsoe. Goes to get it to 5 in the shot clock. With 2, he'll get it off wildly, and it's be a shot clock violation, not a pretty possession for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I mean, that's certainly a sequence where you miss what Chris Paul would have done in that situation. I mean, Chris would not have put himself in that place.
So Westbrook brings it the other way. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Durant has it. Butler's on him. Good job by Durant.
Really good defense.
Ibaka with 3. Blocked
from behind by Butler. Now that ball hit the ref and bounced back into the court. Should they have played on?
Seems like it to me, unless the referee was out of bounds. In this case, the ball would have gone out of bounds.
They normally stand out of bounds.
And that's going to be the call then. So out of bounds it'll go.
Great block by Butler.
Then he doesn't believe it. 1.1 second remaining. They got to have a very quick hitter. Oh, they got him. They got a beauty. 47-39. That one can come back and haunt you, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness, you're right. Talk about a momentum killer.
Griffin is fouled from behind by Ibaka. Serge gets his first. Clippers will bring the ball in. Watch this play. He knocked him right down. But if that ball was touched by Oklahoma City to the referee out of bounds, wouldn't that be Clippers ball?
Well, Butler blocked it out.
Oh, okay.
So it goes off Butler's hand, hits the referee's head. That's why they awarded it to the Thunder.
Griffin's free throw is good. Clippers 3 out of 4 from the line. Hey, bring your family and friends to Staples Center to see the most exciting game in town. Group tickets and luxury suites still available for your party at 12 or more. Call 866-4-CLIPPERS right now or log on to clippers.com for more information. 1:45 to go in the first half. A spirited battle between these two supreme young basketball teams.
Are they saying that they weren't in the bonus? Is that what they're possibly saying? Because Blake was fouled on a post-entry pass. Remember, it was not during the shot. Blake just shot a free throw and made it. I think there's some question as to whether they were in the bonus or not.
That's going to be the call. So,
because I didn't think they were, but based on the numbers before us.
take away a point from the Clippers. That's 45-39. Kind of a select a score here if you want. Our official or semi-official stat monitor shows 46-39.
I think that
The scoreboard above shows 40. Now we got it. Everybody agrees now. 46-39.
Yeah, that's right.
1:45 to go in the half. So none of that exchange did well for the Clippers. Griffin's free throw was disallowed. Clippers bring it in with 14 on the shot clock. Griffin against Ibaka, the handoff to Bledsoe. He'll rise from 14 feet, in and out. Rebound tap from Jordan to Griffin. He's fouled. This time he will get to shoot free throws. And these will count if he makes them.
This will all even out.
He says, how about the one I made just a moment ago? Can you have it back?
Bledsoe made the right play, the right shot. The shot's not falling for Bledsoe. 3 for 11 in this game. He's 3 for 11. Butler 0 for 3. Crawford 1 for 6. Those are guys you'd expect to get some contribution with Chris out.
So Blake Griffin from 15 feet away. Shoots the 10-foot basket and has it bounce all over the place, curl and fall. Not as pretty as the last one, but it counts. The last one didn't.
His ball game yesterday, where he goes for 26 points and 13 boards and 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks.
Wow.
Only in this century, since 2000, only LeBron James has done that, and only Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq's done it one time. It was like the best all-around game we've seen in a long while.
Thunder by 5, minute and a half remaining. Westbrook. Ibaka pass one up. Westbrook doesn't. Bingo.
You know, you would never teach a kid to shoot the way Westbrook does. His rotation is kind of a sideways spin, but he shoots with so much confidence now. He feeds off that feeling good vibe.
Griffin versus Ibaka. Barnes for 3. Ibaka the rebound. Minute to go.
Really felt like the Clippers needed to make some threes in this ball game.
1 for 7. Collins, he gets a block by Butler. Chased down by Griffin. Missed the shot. I mean, it's an air ball, but it was touched by the Thunder out to the Clippers. 18 on the shot clock. 43 seconds to go in the period. Butler will inbound.
Take a page out of Chris Paul's playbook right here. You want to get a shot, a good quality shot, get a chance to get the ball back.
Griffin can go to the hole. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line. So Blake Griffin will march to the free throw line. Shoot a couple more. Ibaka will pick up the personal foul, his second of the game. Blake Griffin has made his only 2 free throws. Will step up to the line. Not many foul shots in this game. 4 out of 5 for the Clippers. 3 out of 4 for the Thunder. Durant has only 2 foul shot attempts. Crawford's going to come into the ball game. Hey, now through April 5th, purchase 4 Michelin tires at a participating American Tire Depot location and get 2 free tickets to an upcoming Clippers home game while the supplies last. For more details, visit clippers.com. Griffin at the line with Tabit coming in and Ibaka coming out with 2 fouls.
Nobody
Griffin to try again.
Yeah, nobody in foul trouble for the Clippers at all. And such a quiet first half for Jamal Crawford. Remember how well he played in the first 2 ball games of that road trip when Chris Paul was out.
That one was clearly short. Hit the front rim though and curled in. The Clippers pull within 6.
Had the right spin on it.
Got to get a stop right now. Westbrook to stop this. Rebound, DeAndre Jordan. Thunder will get the ball back. Butler back to Griffin. Crawford goes baseline, throws it up. This is a foul jam by Blake Griffin.
What a half by Blake.
He has 16.
Terrific half by Blake Griffin, keeping him in the ball game.
Ahmed watching back at home. 49-45, Clippers by 4. 10 seconds to go, first half winding down. Clippers trail by 4. Westbrook bounces off his foot. Taken by Crawford with 3, with 2, with 1. 3 ball off the glass, 1 fall. Oh, that'd have been a present from heaven for sure. Durant throws the ball hard off the floor up into the air. So the first half comes to an end. The Clippers got him within their sights as the Thunder lead it, but lead it by only 4. 49-45 at the intermission. Good first half of basketball. I think both teams can play better. I know the Clippers can play better. They shot only 39% and trailed the Thunder 49-45. Stick around for the Mercedes-Benz halftime report with Michael Eaves, Don McClain, and Kiki Vanderway. You're watching Clippers basketball on Prime Ticket. Time now for tonight's bucket chart, brought to you by your hometown KFC. This isn't a positive look, really.
No, but it's accurate. I think we should highlight it because Eric Bledsoe played so well for the Clippers on that road trip to Memphis, Houston, and Minnesota. Unable to make shots in this one so far. He's 3 out of 11. There's one that does go, and here's another one where he gets in the lane, pauses, and able to make that play. It's an and one play for Eric Bledsoe. 2 of his 3 baskets. He does have 3 assists, 2 rebounds. But the point is, Ralph, he's got to stay aggressive in the second half. They need him to score.
Before we get to the second half, here's a quick take from Christina Pink.
Thanks a lot, Ralph. Well, I just talked to Vinny Del Negro about Bledsoe, but I asked him about that defense and how he's done guarding Russell Westbrook. He said, well, Westbrook's got 12 points in that first half. He needs to contain him and watch the penetration. I also asked him, what was the message that you just gave to the guys in the locker room? And he said, it's got to be simple. We've got to make shots. We shot too low of a percentage, and they shot a very high percentage. We've just got to make shots here in that second half, but he thought they did a good job with controlling turnovers and doing a good job on the glass.
You're not too shocked by the shooting of the Thunder at 51%. You look at what's been going on with these two guys, 67 points between them over the last 6. So that said, they're doing a pretty good job.
I think they're doing a great job considering the current state of these 2 high-scoring players.
But the concern for the Clippers is shooting only 38.8% themselves, making just 1 out of 8 3-pointers in the game. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That has helped them, but not enough. They're down by 4. Got to make some shots here in the second half. It's pretty basic, pretty simple game when you put it down to that.
They got to get out in the open court. That's when the Clippers.
That'll help your percentage for sure.
That's when they shoot the high percentage, when they're forcing turnovers and converting those into layups. Clippers only got 4 fast break points in the entire first half. Remember, they're top 1, 2, 3 in the league.
Only
in
12
that
points in the paint.
Yeah, another
32 in the paint, only 12 second chance points.
Correct.
So the Thunder have the basketball to start the second half. It'll be Butler, Griffin, Jordan, Green, and Bledsoe out there for the Clippers. Durant being harassed by Butler. Into the corner, an open shooter, Westbrook, 3-ball bingo.
That is a defensive mistake because Bledsoe and DeAndre Jordan went for Perkins, who was 18 feet away. You'd invite Perkins to shoot that shot, not leave Westbrook wide open.
You have about as much chance to score out there as I do.
Which is none.
Hey, wait a minute.
I mean, which is a little.
That'd be nice. Bledsoe fires the 2-ball off the back iron, and Durant gets the rebound. His opening minutes of the third quarter can be absolutely pivotal in the game. Durant under pressure. Jordan going for the rebound, got fouled.
Durant looks like he's on a mission. I mean, he looks like he's going to come out like Don McClain was talking about, and he is going to score. There's the mistake defensively. And that's Westbrook's signature pistols in the holster.
I'm not sure that's really politically correct in this day and age. I want to rethink that one. Griffin has the ball at distance, comes to Butler. Bledsoe goes to work. Leave shooters open, these guys don't. Butler knocks one down with the hand of Durant in his face. His first points of the ball game. But of course, Durant has missed a third quarter, don't forget. 5-point Thunder lead. Ibaka. Obvious foul on Blake Griffin. Hand in the back. Blake gets his second foul of the game. No Clipper has more than 2 personal fouls.
This at the tail end of the Clippers' last possession. Butler with a great individual play. It's a very long defender in Durant. His first bucket of the game. And you mentioned, Ralph, how tough it is to shoot against these guys. They are third toughest in the league to shoot against.
Ibaka, 76% foul shooter, all NBA first team defense last year. Free throw bounces, and falls. Hey, attention Mercedes-Benz drivers, you can reserve your free valet spot for Clipper home games. There are only 15 spots available for each game, so sign up today. Visit clippers.com for more details. Ibaka will try again at the line.
What a great player. And I say that not because he can score, but almost every championship team, you can go back 30 years, has a player like him. Do the little things, block shots, doesn't have to score to have his worth felt.
But he's become a 14-point-a-game scorer, too, which is just a plus.
Yeah.
10 on the shot clock, Blake Griffin. Good look inside to Jordan. He gets fouled, and DJ is going to have to go to the line. And Perkins picks up his 4th foul. So DeAndre Jordan, at the age of 24, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He made 1 out of 2 in the first half.
Ralph, this is not a good thing that Perkins just picked up his 4th. It's not a good thing for the Clippers. The Thunder are 18 points per 100 possessions better when he sits.
Bank shot for Jordan. It counts. Hey, stick around for the Carl's Jr. Sports Update coming up later in the ball game. Tonight's NBA headlines: a 4-player deal gets the trade winds blowing, and some good news for the Chicago Bulls. All that coming up on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update later in the game. DJ long on both. Gets 1 out of 2 to fall. Clippers down by 6. Thunder with it. Durant, quick release 3-ball, bingo. His first 3 of the game, his 80th of the season, and that stretches it out to a 9-point Thunder lead. Butler brings it back to Bledsoe. DeAndre Jordan reverse, go up, get fouled by Collison. And that's a good foul by Collison. Rather than giving up the slam dunk, he says, okay, DJ, let's see if he can make 2 free throws.
He's well coached. Coached by his dad in high school. Went to Kansas and now on to the Seattle, Oklahoma City franchise.
Well, he plays like a coach's son.
He does a lot of smart things, that's for sure.
So Jordan with 6 points, 6 boards in 15 minutes. That one was long. All 3 have been long.
Effective last time they met, too. A double-double for DJ, 12 points, 10 boards.
1 of 6 double-doubles this season, matching his number.
The Clippers need more. They definitely need to get in the open court. We got to stop Oklahoma City to get out there and run. Good one there. But they also need a little more fluidity on the offensive end. A lot of standing around, a lot of individual plays, doing their creativity.
Well, this is the kind of stuff you run into in the playoffs. There's a poke away by Butler. Out of bounds, and they go to the Clippers. Butler only has 2 points, but he's had some effective plays on the defensive end. Referees want to discuss this with 2 Derricks. They're going to change it. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City, and now Blake Griffin can't believe it. But he's not too thrilled himself.
Butler hits it, and it goes off Collison's arm.
That's all.
Yeah, look at Collison's first reaction. He kind of gave it away, but he hung around and complained and argued. If that were last 2 minutes of the half or the game, they could come over here and look at it.
8-point Thunder lead. They have 14 seconds. Put back in the shot clock. Durant against Butler. The runner.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. That's a 7-footer out there making a George Gervin-like scoring play.
10-point lead, biggest lead of the game for either ball club. Clippers led earlier by 8. Just one time, one lead change.
Again, look at the ball movement.
Butler for 3, way short.
One pass, and the ball stayed in the left corner for the whole possession.
I started to mention, this is kind of like a playoff game, and you got to learn to play these kind of games.
Yes, you do.
Where you don't get a chance to get out and run. You don't get the easy baskets. You have to earn them in the half court. Now, please understand, the Clippers playing without a starting backcourt of Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups, 2 many-time All-Stars, possible future Hall of Famers. Instead, they're playing Willie Green and Eric Bledsoe. Nothing against those two.
No.
But you're talking about
11,
this guy.
11 All-Star selections?
Yeah, but between them, with Billups and Paul. And they'll be back before long. Durant has it in the near sideline. Griffin is guarding him. They'll both be all-star starters for the West. Oh my. That's Cephalosha's first bucket of the ball game. So that's 3 balls in the opening 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the second half. The Clippers are reeling, and the Thunder are leading by 13.
And it's 62-49 Thunder here at Staples Center tonight. And even with the comfortable lead there, Scott Brooks and the coaching staff said they were disappointed with the number of times that the Thunder were able to get to the line there in the first half. Just 4 attempts from the free throw line. And, that is part of the game that they run. Thunder are the best free throw shooting team in the league. And being that was a focal point at halftime, it hasn't really panned out for them. They've now made 5 of 6 attempts. Ralph?
Yeah, I'll tell you, they do get to the line, too. 28 times a game. That leads the league. So that 5 out of 6 is not very many for them.
I hope they miss every free throw the rest of the night. And I hope they miss a ton of free throws the rest of the year, Ralph, because that is my 89-90 Boston Celtics that holds the all-time mark. Might be the only record I hold.
Blake Griffin against Ibaka, who finally fouls him. Ibaka gets his 3rd foul. We were a little embarrassed to call the Celtics your Celtics.
No, not at all.
Now, if Larry Bird just heard that back in Indiana, he's going, what did he say? He called them my Celtics? Bird says those were my Celtics.
It was just the perception, right? There were a lot of us doing all the real work that nobody knew about.
He's like carrying his bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Griffin against Ibaka again. Oh, that's a pretty fake to the hole. Hard contact. Couldn't get it to fall, and Blake will have to go to the free throw line to earn him as Collison came over with a hard foul, his 3rd.
I mean, terrific individual effort and move by Blake Griffin. I mean, look at this fake and then go. He loses Ibaka. Would have been a play at the rim if Collison's not coming over on the attack.
So Blake will shoot a couple. He's made all 4 of them this evening. Clippers 8 of 11, and oddly enough have outscored the Thunder from the foul line. They got outscored by 18 from behind the 3-point line. Blake misses that ball.
That's the big void right there. They're 1 for 9 from 3.
Versus 7 for 13.
Yeah, and here comes Jamal Crawford hoping to have a much better second half. Only 8 minutes, only 8 shots.
How many did he make?
He made 1. It's not Jamal-like.
Griffin gets 1 out of 2 to fall. That's 17 points for Blake Griffin. And the Clippers don't have a field goal here in 4 minutes of second half play. And trailed by a dozen. It's real tough to mount a comeback without making baskets. Ibaka will spin and shoot and miss. Griffin one arms the rebound and brings the ball ahead. One-on-one with Ibaka. The bounce pass, the lead one to Bledsoe, who somehow dug out the errant pass. Butler baseline, steps back, but Durant recovers nicely. 4 seconds in the clock.
It's Durant's length.
What a basket by Butler under as heavy a pressure as he'll see all season long.
It's one of the reasons, it's a great individual effort, but it's one of the reasons Oklahoma City defends so well. Their length makes you think about your shot. Whether it's Durant, Ibaka, Perkins, Cephalosha has extremely long arms.
The lead is 10. Durant against Butler. Fire. Bingo.
It is like that layup the Clippers saw yesterday from Steph Curry. Except instead of a 6'3" guy, it's a 7-foot guy.
The lead is 13. Durant listed at 6'9".
With his long arms, Rob, I just think it was a 7-footer.
Accurate here. As Griffin will back that, go up in traffic and score himself. Very nice.
Against 3 defenders.
First field goal of the second half for the Clippers. Took them over 5 minutes to get it.
And that's really their only offense right now. They need Crawford to heat up.
Durant against Butler. Durant's playing him as well as you can play him. Sefolosha, bingo.
The greatest improvement I've ever seen. This guy for the first 5 years was a career 30% three-point shooter. The last 2 years, he's 42.
Wow. Defends his socks off and makes threes. That's all he's asked to do.
And that's all he's worked on the last 2 years. That I got to become a great three-point shooter. I know the makeup of this team. I'm going to get my open looks. Said he shoots hundreds of them over the summer.
We talked about Quentin Ross, the former Clipper, earlier. Maybe that's why Sefolosha is playing in the league and Quentin's not. Because this guy, Sefolosha, has learned to come up with an offensive weapon, an offensive use that is making the 3-ball. Q Ross never was able to do that.
You know, the 3-ball has just become so popular, such a part of all the offensive schemes. San Antonio has really not only popularized it, but used it to their advantage with their great defense. And they can take a guy like Bruce Bowen, who's a lot like Sefolosha, who was a good athlete, slender build, long arms, not a great shooter when he came in the league, but could defend, and made himself a career out of being able to knock down the 3.
1 out of 2 at the line for Bledsoe. You just can't leave any points on the table. You got to score every chance you get. Sefolosha on the move.
He's not a playmaker. And my whole theory coming to this game is trap Westbrook and trap Durant and make the Sefoloshas try and make plays.
Butler works on Durant. Down to the shot clock. Westbrook tried to come from the blind side to steal. Griffin putting on a show.
He really is. He needs some help.
He's the only Clipper in double figures.
He's got 21. They need some stops, and they need some help offensively. And usually it's about this time of the game at home when the Clippers have done so well with their defense. Their defense has kicked in.
Foul is going to be called against Bledsoe reaching in. Bledsoe gets his second foul of the basketball game. Here's Griffin again.
Another great individual move. He's headed for a ball game like he had yesterday. And don't forget, the Clippers are the best at home against teams with winning records. They're 9-1 this year at home.
That's best in the league by far. Sefolosha, baseline Ibaka. He has certainly improved his game.
Just look at the difference of the quality of the shot. One team's shooting great individual efforts. The other team's getting open 10-footers.
Butler against Durant. He's all one-on-one basketball again.
Again, yeah.
Crawford pretty good at it. See if he can come up with something. No, he gives it up to Griffin. A long 2-ball. Knocks it down. Foot was on the line.
Well, he's having one heck of a game.
Needs some help.
Truly does.
11-point Thunder cushion. Ibaka long 2-ball. You can do it. I can do it.
He's made 7 threes this year. I guess that's why he didn't hesitate.
72-59. Griffin. Ball away jumper. In. And out. Rebound Westbrook.
Look how quickly they come at you.
Durant has it knocked away. Bledsoe will go all the way and throw it down. 10 points for Eric Bledsoe, playing in the place of Chris Paul, out with a bruised right kneecap.
First 2 fast break points of the half for the Clippers. 8 minutes in.
Cross court pass to Westbrook. The tap to Sefolosha for 3. Bingo with Griffin running at him. It positively is deflating. And Blake was running at him, hand up. And then he hears the crowd and goes, oh no, he made the darn thing. The lead is 14. Bledsoe comes up short. Bledsoe 4-14 from the field. Through the hands of Collison. Griffin tried the wraparound pass instead of the sure pass, and Westbrook gets an easy dunk. Bring about an angry timeout from Benny Del Negro, the Clipper coach. Biggest lead of the basketball game now. The Thunder on top, 77-61. Clippers have their work cut out for them. Holy smokers, the Thunder up by 16, 77-61. They led by 4 at the half. It was tied 22-22 after 1. Time now for our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Now, there are 3 different ways that, among others, that NBA people kind of gauge who's doing well. Right now, these are the 3 best teams in basketball by any way you want to go. Take the record. There you have it. Win-loss record from the top in the gold. Point differential, that's the points you score versus the points you give up in the course of the season, divided by the number of games you played. And then home wins versus road losses, where San Antonio is best. But all 3 of these teams are in the top 3 in all 3 of those important metrics. So those are the 3 best teams in basketball right now.
Any way you slice it and dice it, no question about it. They're the 3, along with Miami, who I would say have the best chance to win a championship this year.
Miami, the only team in the East that's in that discussion even. Griffin, 2 teams, down low to Barnes, who's back. Crawford needing a 3-ball bingo.
Boy, he was overdue. But for the first time, Clippers got a little ball movement. They come out of the timeout. They got some movement. They got an interior pass. They kicked it out to some opening. Of course, the personnel changed a little bit too. Barnes and Odom out there will create more movement.
Westbrook with it comes to Martin, who's in. Another dangerous weapon. Over Crawford, won't get it. Rebound, Griffin battling. Sapolosha off his hand out to the Clippers. The Clippers have the basketball with Bledsoe and Odom and Griffin and Crawford out there along with Barnes.
Going to take one heck of an effort, Ralph.
Beautiful move by Blake, making it look easy.
Well, what they did right there is they spread the floor. They get Crawford out on a wing, Barnes in a corner, put Blake at the high post, and just dump the ball to him and let him go.
Look at the Thunder 3-point shooting this quarter. Broken up by Barnes. Bledsoe, great save by Bled.
Blake wants it at the rim.
Bledsoe charges to the free throw line and backs out. Griffin still wants it.
Yes,
He's
he
against
did.
Collison. They clear out the side for him. He'll go to the baseline. The jump hook won't fall. Rebound comes out to Westbrook. Westbrook loses the ball. Offensive foul on Westbrook. His 3rd of the game. Momentum, a little subtle change in it here, but the Clippers still trail by 11.
A couple of guys are really gassed out there.
Put his shoulder into the chest of Eric Bledsoe.
They're going to take Bledsoe out.
Grant Hill will come in.
I think they're going to take a timeout, too. They feel like Blake Griffin's tired.
I don't know why. He has just had an exhausting 3rd quarter of play.
Well, I mean, I think they want him out there, even for this final 144, and that's why I think Vinny called a 20-second timeout just to say, okay, let me give him a break because I can feel the momentum coming.
He's already used 2 regulation timeouts this quarter, has only 2 left in the 4th and final period. And now he has used a 20-second timeout, and Blake will get his blow standing up on the sideline. 1:44 to go in the period. The Clippers, who are down by 16, have trimmed it to 11.
Crawford
making
3,
some shots.
Crawford 3, the Blake Griffin 2. The substitutions that are made have created better spacing on the floor. There was a lot of standing going on before, a lot of ball, not ball movement. It was just staying in one place.
Griffin has made 4 out of 6 shots here in the 3rd period to spark the ball club. Griffin with 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists in the basketball game, along with a couple of steals. He's had double-doubles 3 games in a row. This is his best stretch of play this basketball season.
Yep.
These these two offenses, I mean, they can get it done. And they get it done at both ends of the court. But look at the offensive numbers. Highest scoring team in the league for the Clippers among the top group. Field goal percentage, they're a bunch right there. Fast break points. Points off turnovers.
All those things are true, Ralph. And then throw in the fact that Oklahoma City is the best foul shooting team. They're the second best three-point shooting team. And then the defensive numbers you talk about, where the Clippers are fourth toughest to score against and fourth toughest to shoot against. That's why these two teams are going to be there when it's all said and done, because they do it on both ends of the floor. There's great symmetry to what they do.
Well, the West is really going to be fun this year with those three teams we've been showing, the Oklahoma City, the Clippers, and San Antonio. Just not much to choose between the three. They're all very different, and yet they're both, or all three of them, are very, very good. Clippers are bringing in Hill and Bledsoe, Crawford, Odom, and Barnes, as Griffin will get a blow. Bledsoe has it against Reggie Jackson.
It's a play for Crawford right there.
Good job by Sapolosha. Better job by Crawford.
I mean, unbelievable individual move by Crawford. He sold the step back twice, and he finally, with a third move, got some freedom.
9-point game. Clippers will cut it from 16.
Got to stay up on Durant right there.
Jackson to the hole.
Pretty good play by Reggie Jackson, who was a scoring point guard at Boston College. Not really a setup point guard, he's much more of a scorer.
Bledsoe works against him. Scoop to the basket. They just are not falling for Eric Bledsoe tonight.
He's taking a couple of shots that are shots I've never seen him take before, like that one.
Jackson flings it over here to Sapolosha. Durant against Barnes, 10 on the clock. Barnes fouls him, he scores anyway. Barnes gets his first foul. Durant gets the bucket. He has 18 in the ball game.
Remember, Jamal Crawford only one basket in the first half. Look at this move here. After a three ball, a couple of hesitations, then just a glide.
And a good defensive player.
Yeah, really.
He's schooling that. But great offense will typically beat great defense. Durant is illustrative of that night in and night out.
He's the king of that club.
Completes the three-point play, and suddenly it's back to 14. 40 seconds remaining. Clippers have 2-for-1 opportunity if they choose. Crawford checks the clock. And he chooses. But loses. Sapolosha the rebound. Clippers will get the ball back with 5 or 6 seconds on the clock. Reggie Jackson on the wing. Durant checks the clock. Guarded by Barnes, who checks the clock. Durant working. It goes off Barnes' foot, out of bounds. They're going to call it a kick or not. No, they're not. 3.4 seconds on the shot clock. 8.7 on the game clock. Durant will inbound.
Right back to him.
Through his hand. Picked up by Collison. He'll shoot the three ball and miss. Odom the rebound, 3 seconds to go. Odom midcourt to Barnes. Kind of quick shot it. He had more time to really get his legs under him on that shot. Didn't get it done. And the third quarter comes to an end. And the Thunder, who are led by 16, Clippers trimmed it to 9, and 5 quick points by Oklahoma City. They lead at the end of 3, 82-68. Clippers basketball is brought to you by Honda. Come see the wide selection and incredible offers at your Honda dealer during Happy Honda Days. 3 quarters down, 1 to go. Clippers down by 14. An amazing shooting show by the Thunder all night long, but especially in this third period of play. To make 12 out of 16 shots, 6 out of 7 from deep.
Clippers had a good quarter, too.
Grant Hill, one bounce dribble, jump shot in the basket. That looked like Grant Hill.
Yes, it did. There was no hesitation in a big ball game when every shot and every point counts. He pulled up and shot it like he meant it.
Willie Green and Grant Hill and Jamal Crawford on the court, along with Barnes and Odom. Travel. Ibaka took too many steps. Clippers get the ball back. Durant is on the bench.
This group right here, speaking of the Clipper group, could get some stops against this offensive unit for Oklahoma City.
And no Westbrook, no Durant. Crawford on the run. It will count if it falls, but it does not. He will shoot free throws. Reggie Jackson will draw the personal foul, his second, and Jamal Crawford will toe the free throw line. He had a run earlier this year. He made 58 straight free throws. Covering right around 89% now. He makes that foul shot. Hey, Fox UFC Saturday returns this Saturday. Demetrius Johnson puts his title on the line against John Dodson. And don't miss the return of Rampage Jackson. It's not on pay-per-view. Hey, folks, it's live. It's free, and it's only on Fox.
The nights that Jamal has struggled from the field, Ralph, are the same nights that he misses a foul shot.
Oklahoma City by 11. Martin at distance against Hill. Put it off red hot, made his first 4 shots.
Good defense by Barnes.
Missed his last 3. Hill into the front court. Challenges Collison. Shoots in the paint and scores.
Tell me that didn't look like Grant Hill. And the thing is, Grant Hill's playing the 4 spot. So Nick Collison is not used to a guy coming right at him with the ball handling abilities of a Grant Hill.
Now Odom is the center. Jackson let it fly for 3. In and out. Rebound Barnes.
This is what I mean. You can get a little bit of a run here. Get some momentum.
But too much too soon. Durant and Westbrook will be back quickly.
Well, the problem is Durant's waiting at the scores table to come in. They play so many minutes, they're almost never out.
And Durant's about a 40-minute-a-game man. A long 2-ball by Crawford. It's a 7-point game. The fans are standing at Staples Center. Sends some new hope for the Clippers. Look at this. Oh, they're having fun. The Clippers have scored 7 unanswered points here to start the 4th and final period. 10-10 to go in the basketball game. To make a move here, scored the first 7 points of the period. It's a 7-point basketball game. Time now for our Carl Jr. Sports Update. Memphis Grizzlies completed a multi-player trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers, slashing more than $4 million off their current payroll to get under the luxury tax threshold. Memphis sent big man Maurice Spates, guard Wayne Ellington, and guard Josh Selby, and a future first-round draft pick to the Cavs for Lily used forward John Lure. Elsewhere, former MVP Derrick Rose been cleared for full contact drills with the Chicago Bulls, who've gone a surprising 24-16 without him. They're just 3 games off the best pace in the Eastern Conference, being set by Miami. Shot by Jackson is missed. Rebound by Collison, knocked away by Barnes.
Clippers are super energized defensively. They rotated beautifully. They contested all shots and even dug out that rebound.
A bucket here, you're right back in the basketball game. Durant is back. Crawford misses the shot. Rebound Durant. Durant has that look in his eye about enough is enough.
Yeah, this is the lineup where I would run at Durant and get the ball out of his hand. Like, stay with Odom there, double team, recover to everyone else.
Martin, long rebound, comes out to Ibaka. Durant let it fly, bank it in, bingo.
Put his hand up too. It was a little premature. Should be smiling sheepishly instead of like raising a finger, Kevin.
10-point Clipper lead. Now the Clippers trail by 10. Wishful thinking, Ralph. Odom has the basketball out to Barnes. Barnes gets it back and gets fouled. That'll be on Reggie Jackson, his 3rd. That'll bring Westbrook back. Jam finger hurt. Look at this.
Well, they did a great job of doubling Durant, but what that did was it left Ibaka free for the rebound, and you can't give Durant more than one look.
Griffin comes in, Odom stays. So Odom, Hill, and Griffin up front. Crawford and Barnes in the backcourt. Hill has the basketball.
Yeah, they're kind of tall and they're playing small, if that makes any sense.
And Hill will be the point guard. Shoot and score. He's looking really sharp.
This guy's 40, folks. He's 40 years old. Turning back the clock right now.
Durant took a fall and got the whistle because he fell. Foul's going to be on Grant Hill.
But I'll tell you how well the Clippers have been playing. This is their first foul this 4th quarter. He's just coming full speed. little bit out of control right there.
Durant will bring it in. 19 of the shot clock comes to Westbrook. Picked up by Griffin in the switch. Now back to Hill. Shoots over Hill. Big time basket by a big time offensive player, Russell Westbrook.
And in days gone by, Ralph, you almost would invite him to shoot. You can't do it anymore.
10-point lead. Here's Griffin had a monster third quarter. Down the lane to Barnes. Loses the basketball to Durant. Durant challenged by Odom. Westbrook by Crawford. Less than 8 minutes to go in the
Durant
game.
asking for the ball.
Never thought that he double dribbled. Rebound taken by Hill.
I like the way Grant Hill's playing right here. Now, just because Blake Griffin's back in the ballgame, you still got to keep the ball moving. That's what was going so well.
That's going pretty well, too.
Yeah, no question.
87-79. Thunder by 8. Westbrook checks the clock. They play in Oakland against Golden State tomorrow night. Westbrook for 3. And he got a bounce. Well, they've had a bank shot bingo. They got a high bounce bingo. Things are going your way. It's a 90-79 ball game. They made 12 out of 22 from deep. They made 11 of 23 against the Clippers last time they played.
The Clippers have made 2 from deep. They're a plus 30. Speaking of the Thunder, from the 3 ball.
Ibaka just got his 4th foul. The non-shooter. Clippers bring it in. Crawford in the corner. Around with Griffin screen. Back to Blake. Barnes, 3 ball. Straight away. Bingo. Matt Barnes knocks down the deep one. It's an 8-point game again. Clippers hanging in. 6:44 to go.
Are we looking at a preview of a playoff matchup? You know, we're a couple months away from it, but this could exactly be what we'll see.
Westbrook misses. Rebound. Comes off to Collison. Durant again. Bingo.
He had made 24 threes the last 9 ball games. He's got 4 more tonight.
13 for 23 from deep. They're shooting better from deep than they are from short range. 56%. Three-point land. 54% overall. There's a foul before the shot. Basket will not count. Westbrook will draw the personal foul. Not be real happy about it. So I'm going to call it on Collison, his 4th of the ball game. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers midway through the 4th period. Well, sometimes you live by that 3, you dive by. Let's see if they can keep on making them. Crawford for 3. Way down. Pulled down by Martin.
This is the guy right here that evokes so much fear as he brings the ball up the floor. He's such a threat even from there.
Feeling it.
I mean, even from there, it's so easy for him.
Durant has made 5 out of 6 3 balls. He has 28 points. He is shooting with absolute incredible confidence. One after the other.
Welcome back to our Land Rover game summary. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they take 23s a game. They make 8 of them. That's on an average. Well, tonight has been a whole nother story, especially Kevin Durant here in the second half in the 4th quarter. Westbrook getting a lucky bounce here, going way up, falls down in. My goodness, they've made 4 alone in the 4th quarter and 14 of 24 in the ball game. Blake Griffin with a monster game. Kevin Durant has answered that game as well with one of his own. But the Clippers not done yet, Ralph. 14-point lead, but still 6 minutes to go.
But they're just going to have to hope the Thunder miss some shots.
Or make a miss.
They're shooting 55%. Hill gets the ball to Griffin. He's against Collison. Down the lane to Crawford. Fall away 7-footer. Spins in and out. Rebound Martin.
He's feeling it still. Do you think he'll pull up here?
Ibaka.
His 8th 3 of the year.
Man. They've made 15 out of 25. My computer like mine says that is 60%.
I thought the Clippers faced a lot of them yesterday. And Golden State made 12.
Man. Barnes for three. Bingo! And Barnes in double figures. It is 99-85. The Thunder with 4:53 to go.
Not much you can do right here except run at him, get the ball out of his hand.
He is something else.
Tell me he's not the best scorer in our game. Tell me he's not going to win 7 scoring titles to equal Wilt Chamberlain, possibly 10 to get Michael Jordan.
Tell me about Lawler's Law. First to 100 wins. It's the law. Thunder 101. Clippers 85.
This is some kind of a play. This is after he's made these threes. I mean, it's a different kind of flight. He starts at DeAndre Jordan kind of length. Wow.
He's a special player, no question about it. Blake Griffin with 27. So Durant has 30 for, is that the 6th time in 7 games or something?
Yeah.
5th and 6th or something like that. Free throws is good. Well, you see the top scorers since the 08-09 season. The 9,000 club, so to speak.
The amazing thing about it is he's doing it this year with that 50-40-90 club in mind. 50 from the field, 40 from 3, 90 from the line. That's only been done a handful of times.
I wonder if he even knows about that.
I don't know, but the only guy ever to do it and score more than 28 points in a season is Larry Bird. He did that once. And Durant's here on the verge of scoring 30 again.
101-87. Durant having a spectacular second half. He had 2 in the first quarter, 6 in the second. Since then, he has 22. Westbrook will go to work against Bledsoe, who started in place of Chris Paul in this game. Paul out with a bruised right kneecap. Westbrook. Bounce, won't get it. Rebound fought for. Out of bounds is going to go. It's going to be Thunder basketball. There's CP3.
What might have been. He's not the only one who wishes he could have played.
Durant on the run. The bounce to Westbrook. That was 1 3 out of 4 from these guys last year.
Yeah, they did.
And they're the team that went to the NBA Finals out of the West. Took them to overtime in the first meeting this year in OKC.
The thing they did, though, Ralph, in those 4 games, they averaged 10 3-ball makes in those 4 games last year against the Thunder. Tonight they've made a late flurry to make 4, but that's 11 less than the Thunder.
Westbrook standing at 23, trying for his 4th straight game of 30 or more. Still within reach with 4 minutes to go. Westbrook knocks him down. Only their 8th and 9th free throws of the game. 103-83, 87. 103-87. Thunder leading. Crawford against Kevin Martin. Bledsoe will get the easy one. Not that anything's been really easy for Eric Bledsoe in this game. He made 5 out of 16 shots. Crawford 4 out of 15.
Bledsoe kind of rolled his eyes and came back down the floor.
Ibaka gets it back. Durant. Martin blocked by Bledsoe.
He came from nowhere.
Crawford hard to the basket, soft to the glass.
Bledsoe came like from the opposite foul line. He was almost out, covering the opposite wing and saw that and went and blocked that ball at the rim.
We see Westbrook's athleticism often offensively, but not nearly as often defensively as we do with Bledsoe. Durant scoring in every conceivable way here in the fourth quarter.
You need 2 stops and 2 scores consecutively to make it a game. You need to score here, then you need those 2 stops in a row.
Bledsoe with the ball. We're wasting a lot of time. Not going closer to scoring. Crawford does it himself.
You know, and you just wonder if Crawford had a first half like he's having a second half, how differently this game might have evolved. He couldn't buy a basket early.
105-93. Just over 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
I still say 2 stops and 2 scores, and you got a chance. There's one.
Griffin goes to get the rebound. Blake has another double-double. 4 straight games. Barnes in the corner. Off the iron. Odom the rebound to the basket.
And Scotty Brooks sends to 2. He's going to take a timeout. Not going to take any chances.
The lead still stands at 10 inside the 2-minute mark. The Clippers will go to the huddle, nursing, harboring some hope for a miracle finish. Clippers have cut it from 16 to 10. Stick around now for Clippers Live postgame. Michael Eaves and Don McLean. Kiki Vandeweghe will break this one down. You'll hear from Coach Del Negro and the players. Plus, we'll look ahead to Thursday's big matchup with the Phoenix Suns. That's coming up after the game on Clippers Live.
You know, it's interesting, Ralph, when you face a great scorer like a Kevin Durant, there's 2 really trains of thought. Do you let him get his 30 to 40 points and say, well, let's stop the other guys and, you know, we can beat him? And that doesn't work with this team. When he scores 35 or more, they're undefeated. They're 10-0. Unlike, say, another superstar like a Kobe Bryant, when he scores 30 or more, the Lakers are only 7-14. Doesn't compute equally with every guy. But when Durant goes, this Oklahoma City team just rolls right with him.
Plus, he got some other guys that can score. Yep. This guy with a basketball, for example, averaging 23 a game, has 24 in this one. 1:45 to go in the game. They're going to take some time off the clock now. Good kick by Ibaka. And they're going to call a foul on Ibaka.
Too good.
Who went down hard with a collision with Barnes.
And this was Durant running off 2 screens. And Ibaka almost headhunting. Watch Ibaka move 2 in front of both of them.
Good job by Barnes, though.
Yeah, Barnes has that football player mentality.
Oh, man.
Gonna run right through it. Hey, you still got a chance here. Get a bucket here, stop, a bucket.
Such a Pollyanna, Mike Smith.
What does that mean?
No idea.
What the heck is a Pollyanna?
Pollyanna always sees the glass half full, always sees looking through glasses with rose-colored lens.
You need to make up your mind, because some nights you say, I get nervous all the time.
Well, some nights you do. Well, Griffin will be at the line now to shoot 2 free throws. And cut this to single digits. You never heard the phrase, you're such a Pollyanna?
No.
Must be a Midwestern thing.
Is it from the 50s?
The 40s.
Oh, no wonder.
Blake will be at the line. The free throw is good. So it's a 9-point game. Pollyanna on the edge of her seat. Blake one more time at the line with a 30-point, 10-rebound game. 31, his biggest game of the season.
5 assists to boot.
8-point ball game.
Can they get 2 more stops? Same play. Here comes Durant trying to get it. Another offensive foul on Ibaka.
Get out of here.
Yep, same play. And Ibaka this time shoves his hip out. Kind of like Reggie Jackson did.
Benny Del Negro calls a 20-second timeout. Says, wait a minute. We got a chance in this thing.
I'm talking about the baseball Reggie Jackson in the Dodgers-Yankees World Series. Ibaka throwing the hip out. Watch. Right there.
Oh, there's no question about it. And it was Barnes once again. We talk about how Barnes is always in the right place at the right time. He has a way of doing it. Serge Ibaka just fouled out of the basketball game. And they will miss him. He has 17 points, 9 rebounds. He's knocked down a 3 ball. He can make a face-up jump shot. He can get a big block.
Yeah, no question. Here's the thing. There's enough time in this basketball game that you just need to score and score quickly. You are in the bonus. If Chris Paul were in the ballgame, he'd be telling every one of the guys, hey, we're in the bonus. Catch and go quickly to the rim. Get fouled, get to the line. Get 2 quick points and get back on the defensive end.
After tonight, 10 of the next 11 Clipper games are on the road. 10 of the next 11. Clippers have the basketball. You want to win here at home. Well, the Clippers are a sparkling 19-4. And they won 14 of their last 15 here.
Remember, go quicker. You don't need a 3 here. Just go quick to the hoop.
Bledsoe does just that.
Oh, they're looking 3
to the corner. 3 ball by Crawford. Off the iron. Rebound. Loose ball foul on Griffin. That would have been the play of the game had it gone.
Certainly would have given him a chance. You can't fault the effort. It was well designed. Good contest, though, by Oklahoma City.
So the Thunder have the basketball. They have an 8-point lead, 1:11 remaining. The Clippers showing no signs of quit. Bledsoe, Barnes, Odom, Griffin, and Crawford out there in the absence of Chris Paul. Westbrook on the run.
I would definitely trap and double team right now. You've got to force a turnover. Westbrook is turnover prone.
Rebound, Blake Griffin. Griffin on the charge. Gets the head. Oh, threw it way too high for Crawford.
He was going too fast. And Crawford appeared, and it was a pure reaction. I mean, he's just going full speed. He tried to take a little off it. He just couldn't.
So we're in the final minute of play. 105-97. The Thunder on top of the Clippers.
I don't think you can just let them milk this possession. Don't you need to run 2 guys at Durant, get it out of his hands, go for a steal?
Durant against Barnes.
I mean, the game will be over in 2 possessions like
10
this.
the shot clock. Durant, Sefolosha. Martin gets the rebound and gets fouled. So that should.
Barnes got hit in the face.
Oh, man. Well, we had the last Clipper loss at home was to Orlando, and we had Chris Paul get hurt in the final minute of play. Here we got Barnes still lying face down. Trainer Jason Powell out to check with Matt.
He got hit in the eye. Somewhere in the face.
That was on Griffin.
Right there.
Yeah. Ouch. So Griffin will get the foul. Technical foul on Lamar Odom. Odom gets the technical foul. Talks to the referee about it. Won't do him any good.
Well, what Lamar didn't like was the slap by Kevin Martin and then a kick. Kind of a defensive move by Martin as he was.
And he was demonstrating very well exactly what he saw. Referees are huddling. They're going to come over and watch some television, I think. Sending each team to their respective benches, but the referees, I'm not sure what it is that they're checking. I'm sure it wasn't just listening to Lamar saying, okay, we'll go check that. I don't think that was it.
Oh, probably not.
Clippers head out to Phoenix, the Valley of the Sun tomorrow. Meet the Suns on Thursday night. Have a 4 a.m. prime ticket. Tip it off at 7 o'clock. Here's what all happened.
Okay, so Martin's
There's the foul on Griffin.
Kind of like throwing, kicking there at the end, and that's what Lamar didn't like.
Maybe you'll get a better angle on it here.
Pretty good rebound by Kevin Martin.
Yeah, it was indeed.
That's not what he does.
I haven't seen the kick yet. Writhing in pain down there is Matt Barnes. So they'll sort it all out and explain it to us here shortly. assuming the Thunder hold on for this victory, and it appears very likely at this point with 33 seconds remaining in the game. They have a lead of 8 points. They'll be at the free throw line when this is all sorted out. They'll move a game and a half ahead of the Clippers. The race for best record in the West and best record in the NBA. Clippers will fall from number 2 to number 3, dropping a half game behind San Antonio.
Yeah, they both were 13-6 on the road too. So Oklahoma City taking a step closer to the best road record.
There you see the records as they stand right now. Martin will shoot the tee, and it rims out.
He's number 1 in the league in foul shooting.
92%. Now he has personal fouls coming. The Clippers will line up in the lane with 33 seconds remaining in the ball game. Martin was red hot early. 11 points in the first half. 3 3 balls. Nothing in the second half. So now.
Of course, Durant only had 8 in the first half. Exploded for 24. And an all-around game for Durant. 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Scott Brooks said before the ball game, Durant could score 35 every night, but that's not what's best for our team.
There's no question he could do it. And there are only a handful of players that could do it.
Yeah.
On the worst of teams. This is a very good team. He'll wind up scoring close to 30 a game over the course of the year. He's just below 30 a game now at the season's midpoint. They played, this is their 42nd game. He's won the scoring title 3 years in a row. Only 2 players, Jordan and Chamberlain, have done it more than that. Going down the list, Bob McAdoo, an ancestor of the Clippers back in the Buffalo Brave days. I think was his first 3 years in the league. Way back to George Mikan, the first one to do it, and then Neil Johnston. That's in the 50s.
And if he does, get his 4th, Jordan had 10. Wilt Chamberlain had 7. He was runner-up last year to the MVP voting. I pose a question right now. Are we looking at the MVP of this season? I think to this point you probably are. And there's a lot still to be played, a lot still to be determined, and I think we might be looking at the best team in the league right now in the Oklahoma City. And just speaking of this moment right now.
Well, right now they're the better team than the Clippers. The Clippers, when they get their starting backcourt back of Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups, I think they'd like to, visit that topic once again to see who's best, and they'll get a chance to on March 3rd, a nationally televised game on ABC here in this building.
That game's here?
Yes, it is. Odom will bring it in. The Thunder are going to own the season series. The 2 teams finish in a tie when it's all said and done. They throw it away, and Westbrook thinking about going to the basket. I think I just take my time here and get rid of some clock, but Bledsoe will foul him to stop that clock. 10-point lead for the Thunder. Clippers about to lose 2 games in a row overall.
It's happened before, right?
Yeah, it has. But
happened at Denver and Golden State on that little swing.
Russell again. Knocks down the free throw.
They've won 18 of their last 20 home games. Clippers have.
14 of their last 15.
Well, they're pretty good, speaking of the Thunder, and they're especially good when they follow up, like play after a loss.
And they had back-to-back overtime games. They'd won 6 straight, then they lose in overtime. Or was that
at Denver?
At Denver.
On the last 2 years, they're 22-4 in the games following a loss. That's pretty darn good.
So the Thunder came, saw, and conquered in Los Angeles, and you have to be impressed. They are a very, very good basketball team. They are built to win big time, maybe to win it all. But they're climbing the ladder up the playoff ladder. Their 3rd year in the playoffs. They got to the NBA Finals last year. And it's going to be hard to keep them from going there again this year. There you see Chauncey Billups going out to Russell Westbrook. Say, I'll see you in February. Now he talks to Kevin Durant. Oh, what a presence he's going to bring to this ball club, and he's working out under some contact now. Get ready to do some 3-on-3, then some 5-on-5, then you're ready to go. But the Thunder prevail here tonight very impressively. The final score, Oklahoma City 109, the Los Angeles Clippers 97. Stick around now for Clippers Live. It's coming up next.